Hey everybody, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's get started. I know I just started live like I don't know, 2 minutes before I was scheduled to go live, but I'm seeing we got like 30 folks waiting in here in the chat. I'm just looking at the screen. Shout out to everybody, yo. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Is it Sunday? Hey CK. Oh, I'll be watching that stream later on. There's so many things I gotta catch up to. But I wanted to catch up to everybody. I see Tammy. Hey, great T. Welcome everybody. Hopefully you guys don't hear a lot of noise in the background. Tinkle Tits, how you doing, love? Shout out to you. Jody, how are you? Shout out to you. Persephone, welcome. Shout out to you. Nebulous, Tammy, Pika. I see everybody. Hey, last word. Happy birthday. Shout out to last. Can you guys drop some birthday flowers, balloons? You don't hear anything? Let me know. See, Chico, let me know if you hear me. Because now we got to stop everything. Let me know. You hear me? Everybody hear me? I'm muted? Lord have mercy. You hear me, but some people said I'm muted. I was muted. I'm not muted anymore. I'm fine now. Okay. All right, y'all hear me. Chico, you hear me? Let me know. Chico, you scared me. Not muted. I hear you. I hear you. We hear you. There's a delay in the chat. So I'm like, y'all hear me? And then it's like, not hear me. We hear you. Can you guys do me a favor and drop some flowers, cake, balloons for the last Ronin? It's the birthday. Shout out to you. Happy birthday. Shout out to you. Oh, you've been talking about the Chico, you had me like, you can't hear me? All right. You can't hear the background noise. I see. Well, that's a good thing. Because I hear the background noise, but that's just me being paranoid. I get paranoid. Y'all got me. You guys got me going, and it's not even like, we just got started. I am drinking some Crystal Light. Grape Crystal Light. I'm about to eat dinner after this, so I got about an hour to talk a little bit. Hey, Mexican long hair, welcome everybody. Welcome. I never hear your background. Well, that's good. That's the whole point, because I hear my background. I don't want y'all hear my background. That's it. Shout out to everybody. Yes, it's your birthday. Shout out to you. I feel like we need to put some birthday music, but let me do this. No, you're fine, Chico. I'm always freaking out at this point. I'm like, y'all can't hear me. Let me know. Let me get the intro going so we can get things started, because we got a lot to, not just a conversation to have, and some, okay? Let me get this music. Let's do like a little bit of like something different. Not my regular schmegular intro. We'll do this one.
Estoy loco por tocarte, pero no me atrevo a textearte. Tú solo bailas en mi mente, mi amor. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar, aguanta y baila. Como fuego iluminamos el cielo con nuestro amor. Aguanta y baila siempre. Baby, quiero nadar en tus palmas. No necesito sombra ni paraguas. Mi amor, me gusta cuando estamos mojaditas. Botella como será calentita. Y no tengo mucho que perder yo. Aguanta para mí. Yo te enseño, baby, todo lo que te mereces, mami. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar. Aguanta y baila. Cuando agarro tu cuerpo nunca lo suelto. Encima de mi baby siempre te siento. Siempre te siento. Siento. No hay nadie más con que prefiera bailar. Aguanta y baila. Como fuego iluminamos el cielo con nuestro amor. Aguanta y baila siempre. Y ya llegó el momento.
All righty, CK. Thank you so much for the 99 cents. Shout out to you, CK. The reason why I do the intro, I know I think it was Tracy that was asking in the chat, is that it gives people some time to get in here, the notifications to go out, and it's also like the weekend, and I like to kind of start with music on the week. That's just how I am. I mean, that's just what I do. I don't know if you guys notice this like if I do a stream on a Sunday, it's typically chill, nothing too crazy, unless we got like some breaking news type of situation. But and then Miyu says, thank you for the $2. He says, happy birthday, the last Ronin. You are awesome. Yes, everybody put some balloons and hearts in the chat for the last Ronin. Emily Pickles, welcome, love. Shout out to you. I see you. All right, let's get started, everybody. Where did Rabbit go? Rabbit's here. Rabbit's here. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Thank you. Night Charm, where have you been? I hope you're doing well. You don't have to explain yourself, but I hope you're doing well. Shout out to you. It's been a minute. Hey, Greg. Hey, everybody. It's a holiday for you tomorrow. So you're going to start drinking today with your date later. Ooh, shout out to you. Hi, Mary. Is it Medding with love? Shout out to you. Welcome, welcome. Roberta, welcome. Sarah, I appreciate that you do the intros. Most of the time, if the co-host starts talking right away, it gets cut off because of the long lag. Yes, I mean it's like a give or take. Some people like it, some people don't. It's all good. It's my stream, and I like do timestamps so folks can like decide whether they want to hurry up and go to the content. So yeah. Welcome. Hey, Iron Rabbit. Shout out to you, Iron Rabbit. You changed your little emoji. It's a holiday for everybody. Well, you guys be good, okay? Always a 3-day weekend for my birthday. That's nice. That's nice. We drinking when drinking. Hey, Paula. See, and I like it when it's like, right now it's a manageable crowd, so I'm able to kind of connect with you guys, and kick it with you guys and everything. Yeah, but I know that. I know I can't please everybody, but I like to cater to you. That's kind of like the thing I like to do, especially because you guys are my people and we're hanging out here. And just want to chat for like the hour that I have. Hey, Silky. All right, all right, all right. So let's get started. Okay. So there's been a lot of talk about this Rekieta law situation. You know what? Let me not even go there. Let's start with this clown. Let me tell you guys what had happened. So what happened is I got an email in the middle of the morning. What time? YouTube tends about 8 in the morning, okay? And Lord have mercy, this person who was involved in a lawsuit decided that they were going to want to copyright strike at least 4 of my videos, 5 videos that had his picture, 5 videos, and that's what it had, the picture. And they were claiming copyright because their face was on a thumbnail. They were really upset. And I'm reading the claim, and YouTube said no. 5 videos. Yeah. So, and I'm not even gonna name. I mean, I don't. He's out there. Like it's. He's not a public figure. He's a public nobody. That's what he is. But this is how you got to do it, okay? And if he's watching, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a very, very nice person. I really am. If you email me and tell me, can you please remove something from your video, or can you do this? I would definitely do that. Why are you all laughing? Because he's a public nobody. This is what he is. So, I have talked about the BJ and Lima Jeremovich lawsuit. You guys know that. And there was a lot of shit that was happening in that lawsuit. Shout out to BJ, okay? And they were literally trying to silence BJ. And I spoke about that lawsuit. I did. And gave some, information that needed to be given to inform the people, right? And one of those people that was involved in that lawsuit tried to also silence BJ as well. Reported on him. But here's the deal is I took a picture from a Daily Mail article. This Daily Mail article from, like, I think it was 2015. this person right here, this not Lou Taylor, okay? I'm not talking about Lou Taylor because that's a whole different beast. I'm talking about the person next, this man right here, who was sued by Lou Taylor, and I think they settled. I don't really know, but this man right here decided to file 5 copyright strikes. And let me tell you, copyright strikes, it's literally for infringement, not for you to, somebody pissed me off, so I'm going to go file some strikes on your channel. You don't do that. That's what you would call fraudulent strikes. 5 videos, and let me just look, no lies told. Let me see if I can show you guys. There it is. I'm gonna make myself smaller. Over the entire video, because I use this photo that the Daily Mail put out there. The thumbnail, the custom thumbnail, the thumbnail. That's, and I'm trying not to dox this man because that's not what this is about. But I'm showing exactly the 5 videos that he wanted to strike. This is crazy to me, over a picture and commentary that you didn't like. Now I can understand if I was still talking about him. Totally get it. But I'm not. Like, you're not relevant anymore. He's not. I don't know him other than the lawsuit, and that was that. And this was back in 2019. Yeah, the day. So is he going to strike the Daily Mail too for using his photo? That's what I'm saying. Did you strike? Did you copyright? Because he literally saying that I used this photo that the Daily Mail made public in 2019. Hey, Poe. So I just want to know. You got to keep the same energy. I don't know, Heather. Make it make sense. So that says I didn't put his name on the title. Your name is not on the title. They're not on the hashtags. They're not anywhere here. I'm showing an article from the Daily Mail. I'm not defaming your character. I'm exactly saying what you did, that I woke up to from my slumber, that I got this notification that basically said that these were copyright strikes. I just, listen, you are not relevant news to me, and that's kind of where I'm at with that. And I didn't break any laws or infringe on anything, and I just want to make sure that that is all the way, correct. I didn't infringe on anything. That the Daily Mail article is there. I didn't write the Daily Mail article. I don't work for them. So yeah, just wanted to tell the people that. Okay, that's what I woke up to. That's what happens. Sometimes people get in their fifis and don't want, they don't want their stuff discussed. I get it. But that is a public lawsuit, and you know, we got to talk about it. And BJ it was somebody that I was talking about in the summer as well, and we'll continue to report if I need to. But anyways, yeah, you don't want to. I don't even. It's just like it's too much. Is too much. It's fair use, Rabbit. It's fair use, but it's a picture that was taken from an article. So I just want to know, is he also going to talk about this picture? Is he going to go after the Daily Mail as well? That's all I want to know. You got to go after the Daily Mail. Like, you're a public nobody. That's what you are. So anyways, moving on. Y'all ready to move on? We ready? Yeah, he started that shit. He did, Greg. He did. But let's talk about more important situations. Let's move on. Okay, so listen. The Twitter, I got 90 people on Twitter right now, and I'm trying to figure out, everybody's here to talk about Nick Rekieta and that whole situation. Listen, I thought, this is just my opinion, okay? For those that don't know what's going on with the Law Tube Nick Rekieta guy, I don't know him personally. I watched a lot of his coverage on the Johnny Depp trial, and some other stuff as well. That's how I know of Nick Rekieta. Big law tube guy, definitely sustained a lot of publicity. It's a very sad situation what has happened. So I'm gonna bring another lawyer who was giving a little bit more comment, was commentating on the situation a little bit more. But the guy is like full on doxing. I don't think he really cares, because he's, these are lawyers. They just like, they're going to show information. They're not like blurring out Nick's name or address, and I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and let's see if I could do it this way. Maybe I can I'm going to play the sound. I don't think he means to. It's public information, but I just don't want to put out his address. I just don't want to do that, because at the end of the day, it's not blurred. But this is just a rundown of the charges, and then we're going to get into a little bit of commentary about that whole situation, because Nick Rekieta has responded, and he's like, not everything that you see is true. There's some people out there that say, listen, you haven't hit rock bottom. Your bottom needs to hit the rock. That's what people are saying. Yeah, if it's in a court, you're right. Not arguing there. Let me play
commentary and let you all, as always, be your own judge. And this is really, once again, just to issue some updates and corrections, because there are some material changes. So
slow it down.
What are some of those changes? Well, we
Y'all
still
hear
have
him?
obviously the case here, state of Minnesota versus Nicholas Robert Rekieta. You have his address there as the defendant. Now, obviously, his wife is a co-defendant in this. And one of the interesting things here, and one of the things that many other attorneys have commented on, and this is based on his statements at his arraignment.
Perfect. Thank you, Heather. So, Paula, it is the last Ronin's birthday, not my birthday, but thank you for the $9.99. Last Ronin, Paula Valentine wants to say happy birthday to you. Okay, love? Shout out to you.
Which is the initial appearance where he is presented with the charges against him and given a basic reading of his facts. He has chosen to represent himself.
Okay.
And he has chosen also to represent his wife, which creates potential conflict issues, as she's a co-defendant. So there's a lot of issues there potentially.
Now, I'm not an attorney, but it is, shout out to Legal Mindset. I like him. His breakdown was awesome. And I'm going to link his channel in the description box as well. I want to know something, okay? Can a judge allow that? Can a judge allow an attorney to represent himself and his wife, who's the co-defendant? Hey, Cheeks, you said he's in denial? I didn't know that he was allowed to do that. He's not ready. I definitely don't think he's ready. And let me drop, hold up, y'all. Let me drop Legal Mindset's channel real quick. Ooh, I should have done that earlier. Hold up, y'all. I really like his like little breakdown. He didn't blur the documents. That has me a little bit worried, because I don't want to be putting stuff out there. You don't have to be a lawyer to represent yourself. No, you don't. But what I'm saying is that he doesn't have to be a lawyer to represent himself. He is a lawyer, but he doesn't have to be. What I'm concerned and confused is that a wise thing to do for him to represent himself in this case? Because the case is casing, all right? The stuff that they've said, they're very concerning charges, you guys. I wouldn't feel confident representing myself. As Heather, it's not wise.
But the point is that is to most casual observers, as well as to most legal observers, I think almost all my fellow lawyers will agree, it is a very bad idea to represent yourself.
Okay, so you guys said that he has a lawyer now. Smitty, is it a different? It's not him, right? So he has representation now, correct?
Particularly when there are very serious charges levied against you, and particularly to represent others that are close to you, that are co-defendants. That's something that is perhaps a big mistake. Hopefully Nick does correct that and find an independent attorney to represent himself and also to represent his wife. However, this is what we have here right now in terms of the party disposition. Now, count one is.
So at the time, Legal Mindset, at the time that he was doing this video, he didn't have an attorney, but now he does. B Tim, welcome. Shout out to you. Capital Call Out says he has his own counsel now. He only represents himself in the bail. He only represented himself in the bail hearing. Gotcha. Thank you. And Nanya Beeswax, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Welcome to the membership. You said so it was just for the arraignment. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay.
Is a drug charge, a second degree, possessing 25 grams or more of cocaine and methamphetamine. So one of the things I had to correct is there was a lot of speculation. Was it just a single pill? Was it just, a little bit? No, this is over 25 grams. In fact, we're going to see it is around 26 grams of what has field tested as cocaine. The penalty for this is up to 25 years or $500,000, $500,000 or both.
Oh my
God.
God.
A felony. Now, this is very important because previously we thought we were dealing with 5 years for a drug charge and, a much smaller amount, like a $10,000 fine. No, this is 25 years in prison. This is much longer because it is a lot of cocaine.
That's concerning for sure. Let me see what you guys are saying. Elsa Clips has the clips of the law tubers and others that know Nick, good or bad. Yeah, I've been watching. Stand by me on that. That channel has like a lot of clips. Yeah, I didn't think so. Smithy K is like, listen, everything's happening so fast. This video is considered old. I got you, love. Greg has been a member for 7 months. Greg, shout out to Greg. Thank you for supporting me for the long 7 months. Shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you. You think so? I like that this video is like 15 minutes and it's broken down and it's very quickly and explained, but I just couldn't really watch a longer video than that. But I do like Uncivil Law. Shout out to him. So for those that don't know, Nick Rekieta is a shout out to Layla. Some of you guys may not know who Nick Rekieta is. He is a huge 500,000, close to 500,000 subscriber channel in the LawTube community. For the last, I want to say, couple years, he's been struggling. Okay, that's putting it nicely. He's been struggling. Okay, there's been drinking streams. There's been, all kinds of stuff. You know what the sad part is, though, is I was watching some of the older streams. People would actually pay him to get drunk on stream. Like, if for every so often super chat that he would have to take, he would drink. Now, a lot of the ideology that he stands by, I don't support, I don't stand by, but at the end of the day, the man has children. Okay. And he had a child charge in there as well. So it's a very sad situation overall. I don't want to give misinformation about his charges because I'm not an attorney. So I'm definitely going to default to these LawTube professionals to break it down for me. That's what I would do. Those late night Johnny Depp streams were epic. And you know what's so crazy? Let me tell you guys what's so crazy. Somebody said in my chat, listen, the Amber Heard people, the Amber Heard supporters, and that might be a lot of you guys here as well. I'm just going to say this. The Amber Heard supporters have felt like this is payback. I said that's pretty fucked up. Like, stop it. That's over what exactly? Anyways, so yeah, it's yeah. People have felt some type of way about Nick Rekieta for a long time over that. Let me show you guys something. Let's just go to Twitter. Somebody said, yikes, Rekieta law in big time denial. Everyone's saying this is his rock bottom. Nah, LOL, it's not at all. I don't know, like, what he's able to defend himself from. Technically, he's able to defend himself from all of these charges. But listen, the scales, Mel, I'm with you on this one. The scales, the baggies, the what is it? The little smoking straws and the all of that. That's too much. And you guys have been watching a lot of the streams as well. B Tim says Rekieta's been spiraling ever since the civil lawsuit with Monty. He called him a P word on a stream and thought, is it Rendosa would save him. Rendosa would save him. It did not work, and he's been in litigation hell ever since. Thank you so much, B Tim, for the $10, and shout out to you for being a member for so long. The Rittenhouse stream almost got 100,000, and that was during the lives, wasn't it? The last wrote in that was my thought. Like that was my thought too. You got scales and weights. That's not that's giving like you dealing, are you dealing, are you selling stuff from your property? Because that's what that was given. Really, Emily? I didn't know about this. Hey, Grape Tea, thank you for telling everybody to hit the like button. Shout out to you. I didn't know he was dealing. Really, Emily? For what? Intent to manufacture. You got scales, and there were credit cards with people's names on it that tested positive for certain things, using and selling. Misty, listen, that's part of the issue with cocaine. They weigh everything that cocaine is on, or like credit cards, to the straws, the baggies. So all that counted as weight, the credit card, the straw, and the baggies. Gotcha. You don't want exactly. But people are saying that this is not his rock bottom. I mean, somebody said in here, this is screenshots from Twitter, right? Wow, you are in complete denial. You and your wife should be checking yourselves into rehab and not fighting with people on Insta. Somebody said, words of an innocent man, laughing my ass off. And then he replied, Rekieta Law replied by saying, checking yourself into rehab. Tell me you don't understand the justice system without telling me you don't understand the justice system. This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't get. All right, let me say this. How does people telling people to check into rehab helping? Like, let's just be real. Like, we know that, and I'm pretty sure he knows that too. But like, is on an Instagram account, you telling them to check themselves on rehab, or like, is that supposed to be helpful? B Tim says craziest stream from Nick was him asking for another YouTuber to unalive quicker of cancer. Oh Lord, baby bunny. So he can make money on his unaliving while drunk? B Tim, are you serious? But he wasn't, like, was he also using? Yeah, scales and baggies do show intent to sell. They do. He was super drunk. But everybody's watching. Like, oh man, this is too much. You said he's foul? But let's be real, y'all. Somebody going on Instagram telling them you need to go check yourself into real. You think that's helping? That's not helping either. You said so many horrid things for so many years. 5 children. Were there 5 kids at home? Did the 5 kids, like, I read the probable cause affidavit and I didn't see any of the, children mentioned there. Were they present? I don't want to wish anybody harm for anybody. Thank you, B Tim, by the way. Shout out to you. He also told, whoa. See, he also did a stream when he was drunk asking for a used to be sub to unalive themselves while drunk. So a lot of this shit is like, he's just a mean drunk. And clearly he's using other substances. You said, if you wouldn't say this in front of your boss, why would you do it on a live stream asking for a friend? Nobody guess. You ain't never right. Oh, well, that's a little bit different, Sunshinery. She's like, listen, y'all, I got scales and baggies, but it's not for that shit. It is to use it for jewelry. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the jewelry makers. Kids were home when the cops came. They wouldn't open the door. Okay, see, and we reviewed the probable cause affidavit. What was it? Was it Friday? I don't remember reading the part of the kids. I remember that they had to use something to open the door. He said the N-word and laughed about it. Yeah, like I said, Mel, he's got some ideologies that I don't necessarily support. But I'm also trying to figure out if some of this ideology is coming from like is he drunk? And not to excuse his behavior, because you can't excuse people's behaviors when they're under the influence of anything. Like, people need to be held accountable. That is how we fight codependency. So keep that in mind. But you have two, look, what I remember from the probable cause affidavit, and that was just really, really sad to me, was it his wife? Her name is Kayla, right? She's already in custody. And she's asking for her pill bottle, right? She's asking for her pill bottles. And in the pill bottles, there are unidentifiable substances that don't belong to the actual like prescription. That right there was enough for me to know this lady is, they're just so heavy in addiction, they don't get it. However, telling somebody online that they need to go to rehab is probably not the wisest thing to do, because they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. But that's just my opinion. You guys might feel different than I do. You guys might feel different than I do. And shout out to everybody on Twitter. I see 100 and plus people out there. Shout out to you guys. Do y'all hear Baby Bunny, or is it just me that's hearing Baby Bunny? Because now I'm like paranoid. I hear her. Okay. Let me go. Where was I at? Lord, did I lose my screen? Here it is. So he tells that to people, and then they responded to him. Hopefully, you and your wife will get the help y'all both need. Hope you get help in jail, bud. Oh my god. And shout out to Andy, because Andy, like, people have, I could definitely feel like, and I did retweet his tweet where he's like, look, Rekieta law has helped a lot of YouTubers. Clearly, this was a different time. He's not there right now. And I think a lot of people are like wanting this man's demise, at the same time feeling some type of way. You heard Baby Bunny? She's so loud. She's so loud. Sorry, y'all. And she's like in separate rooms. But she's singing her song. She's singing the I think it's Elsa Frozen. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but she's definitely singing her song. You can't make somebody get help. That's right. No. Are you serious? Listen. Are you serious? Like, what do you mean? What? That beats him. That's what Queen Virgo is saying. Oh shit. You're lying. Like, you got, like, what? Listen. Clearly, I'm thinking that he's probably drinking, not choking the chicken. Oh. You send it on Discord? Wait, I don't want to. We're not playing that shit. Don't send. I'm good. He thought the camera was off. Oh, all right. Well, that's cool. We're not watching that. We're not doing that. Beats him drop. Beats him says the woman that was also arrested by Nick, some say that's what I heard, that she was the mistress. She was married to another YouTuber, and Nick and his wife did hot tubs. I remember the hot tubs streams. They broke up and she's living with them. Healing Healing Time says, I had secondhand embarrassment. You don't need a secondhand because he would listen. This crazy. Beat Tim, I heard about that. I heard about that one. Actually, I think I saw there is a live stream, hot tub stream. I thought she was the nanny. So she went from like being married to the wife swap thing? Swingers? Look, everybody has a different lifestyle. Yeah, that's not against the law, okay? That piece is not against the law. Now, but all this other stuff, that's too much. And Priya's like, wait, what? I just got here. I don't even know what to say. Y'all have lost me. I have lost. Look, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. Somebody said, ooh, hold up. Let me make this smaller. Hold up. Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law in 2022 boasting of the money he made spreading anti-Amber content for Johnny Depp versus Nick Rekieta in May 2024 arrested for drug and firearm possessions together with his wife. Hashtag I stand with Amber Heard. I don't know why, but what does that have to do with anything? That's like saying, like, is that supposed to be somebody's karma? I'm just like, what? Who cares? I don't know. Like, he reported on a case. He's a lawyer or whatever. You know, it's got nothing to do with it. At least that's just my thought. Exactly. And you cannot. I agree with you on that one. As consenting adults, do whatever the hell you want. Leave the kids out of it. Don't endanger your children. Don't endanger your children. ASU mom said someone turned the audio and you could hear sucking sounds. Someone was helping him under the. Oh, Lord. They could have just left the hashtag out. That's true. Anyways, I don't want to see those clips. I'm good. This is like the clip you have showing is the clip of him pleasuring himself. Which one? Okay. Anyways, I don't want to show that. I'm trying to avoid that. Turns out Rekieta Law isn't the only celeb to fall afoul of Chris Chan demons. Okay. As you can see, Nick has a lot of people that don't like him. People that are wishing on this man's demise. Oh, Lord. I think I just passed that clip that you guys have been saying. I'm passing it. I am not going up. I am not. That's crazy. And then Umbrella Guy says, gotta admit, Rekieta made me laugh with this. What's happening today? This was on the 24th. Just woke up. What's going on? Let me anyways, let's move on to legal mindset and just chat a little bit about this. I think his stuff is out. Hold up, here we go. Let me make myself smaller. Oh, this is what I meant to do. Yeah, I like the Umbrella Guy. He seems pretty cool. I like him. Don't know him, but I like him. I did just pass it intentionally. When you guys said that he was choking the chicken, I literally went whoosh, real fast. Real fast. I am not trying to see any chickens or any choking of anything. Just with you guys saying that was enough for me to say, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you, Jojo. Shout out to you. No, not the turd again, please. I get PTSD from that woman. Who? That's what I heard. Hold up, y'all. That was shown all over online. Was it? I didn't know that that's what he was doing, but literally Debbie's like, you sure did pass it. I'm just trying to not even look over there. Like, I can't believe that shit is out there. B Tim, you really dropping the dollars. Is it the Sony Chew Men Curse Chris Chan created a character known as Sonichu. Is that how you say that? And every YouTuber that put on the medallion lives went to hell. Nick put it on and they're joking he was possessed by Sonichu. Really? See, y'all are speaking a whole different language that I don't even know. B Tim. I'm gonna drop my link, B Tim, for B Tim. And can you just explain that a little bit more to me? If you're able to hit it, that's fine. You don't have to show your face. You already know. I already know. I'll put something up to cover you. B Tim, explain that shit to me because I don't know what you mean by that. And I don't even know if I'm saying it right. If you can't, that's absolutely fine. Just let me know in the chat. What does that even mean? There's a curse. Now, am I going to get cursed by talking about that shit? Because then we're going to have to do a whole exorcism. All right, I see B Tim. Hold up, B Tim. Let me put a little banner just to make sure we don't get a peen bomb too. Is it you, B Tim?
Yeah,
all right.
So
all
basically, right. Sonic, the whole, you know who Chris Chan is, right?
No, I don't.
Ooh. Well, he was a mentally ill trans person. Basically, what happened was he slept with his mother. He was accused of sleeping with his mother. He got arrested for that. But before that, he created a character called Sonichu. And it's basically like this yellow Sonic the Hedgehog character. And he believed that was his father, Sonichu. And like some sort of relative, like his father. And what happened is that he was making these medallions, these yellow medallions, Sonichu medallions. And basically everyone that's worn these medallions, basically their lives go to hell. Like iDubbbz put it on, his life went to hell. Ethan Ralph was he's a crazy YouTuber. He's just you don't want to know about that guy. He was the one that did the filming of Chris Chan being arrested. His life went to hell. He was living in a shack, and after like a year or so after that, he's living in a shack in Mexico with the cartel. Yeah, that's the Sonichu thing. And then put that on, and basically a year later, like his whole life went to hell putting on. So that's the meme they're talking about, the Sonichu meme. And there's like people that are literally saying that there's like some sort of like tulpa or demon that's possessing. It's like their joke basically with the meme.
Oh my God.
So
wow.
So that's
a curse.
It's a curse. Yeah. If anyone sends you that in the mail, burn it and just burn it immediately. Like I'm serious, that's a joke. I don't think it's an actual demon or anything, but it's like everyone that's worn that thing their life has gone to hell, or even gone near Christian. Yeah, it's weird, but he believed in Chris Chan believed in the dimensional merge. He's crazy. He believed that the anime and video game world will combine with the reality, and that his father Sonichu will come, or something like that. He would gain sonic powers, like the video game Sonic the Hedgehog. And yeah, it's a pretty crazy situation. So yeah, he put that. It was mailed to him with a letter. Like there's Alicia Clips has it, a letter that says now the Sonichu has found a new host, with a burnt letter, and it was mailed to him. And he actually put it on a live stream. And ever since then, his whole life has just gone to just basically that's what they're joking about, that was the whole situation with Sonichu.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, so now you know. That's why whenever you see Sonichu, the curse of the Sonichu, now you know that was the meme. That's what they're talking about. And he basically Kiwi Farms talks about him a lot. Let's just say that much.
Gotcha. And this is like a whole different sector of stuff. I'm just like,
he used to be in another sector. I think he was in the Kumite sector for way back, and he knew Ethan Ralph, he knew Dick Masterson, he knew all those people. And then he kind of got a little bit of start with the Vic Minnara lawsuit with the Broly character, the anime Broly character. He did the lawsuit there. That guy lost that lawsuit, but he raised a lot of money for it. I didn't really follow it too much with that one, but that lawsuit he kind of helped raise money for. He lost. And then you know him about the other stuff. You talked about that stuff already. So he really got to start with that one. He used to talk to Dick Masterson, Ethan Ralph, who used to run the Kill Stream on YouTube about 6 years ago or something, before he was banned. It was like, and all those people. So he was started from that sector, really.
Oh my God. Well, B Tim, thank you.
Yeah,
I
I just
was
want to
like, what
pop.
are you talking about?
Yeah, I'll jump back down, but I just want to give you the Sonichu meme. That's the thing they're talking about. But yeah, Chris Cheng is a
Okay.
crazy, crazy person. Like, he got arrested for incest with his mom, and he got off. But he's told to separate from his mom, and yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it's a crazy case. Anyway, you have a good one. Bye.
Thank you, B Tim. Shout out to you. Thank you. You guys dropped some. I don't think we have B emojis for B Tim. Shout out to the Hive, everybody. I feel like I just learned something completely new about a whole different thing that I didn't even know about. That's crazy. Well, that I will not be going down that rabbit hole whatsoever on that because I just don't know what to make of that.
Second is possession of ammo or any firearm. That
Mm.
is up to 364 days in prison or a $3,000 fine or both. This is related to being found using a controlled substance, i.e., cocaine, and other drugs. We're going to talk about that as well. Also, possession. Also, lastly, we have an additional count. This is new. This was not something that was originally released or originally
Let me
put
try
out,
to
but now
speed
we
this
have
up.
child endangerment. So, endangerment of a child, permanent present in the sale or possession of controlled substances. So this is when somebody, a parent, legal guardian, endangers a child's person or health by knowingly causing or preventing the child to be present where any person is possessing a controlled substance. So we now have 3 charges instead of 2, which is an update. That's a change. We also have child endangerment, which is a gross misdemeanor, and tax on yet another issue for Nick Rekieta to address. Now we come to the statement of probable cause.
Now, here's the deal. This is what I want to know. Like, and it sounds like from when we were all together last time that the family had the children, so that's a good thing. Like the other families stepping up, they're not having to go to any systems or anything like that. My biggest thought is like, well, how long have the children been living this way? Have had to deal with this because I mean, can you just imagine that it's taken this whole situation or this arrest or whatever, and then all of this is found? So, what part when Rekieta, because I guess he made a statement about some of the stuff is true, some of the stuff is not true. What part of it is not true? What part of it is false? Which part of it is not really what it is? That's where I kind of wonder. Is that just somebody that's in addiction talking that way?
This is the statement as submitted by the police. Of course, the burden is on the police to prove this. The burden is not on Nick Rekieta here. This is on the state to prove it, but this is the facts as submitted by the police. So you can take it or leave it whether, okay, are these facts true? Are these facts not true? Are these facts something the police would fabricate or not fabricate? That's up to you. And obviously, we'll see Nick, obviously does not agree with the statement of probable cause, but this is.
What would the police fabricate? Like, would they put evidence in there? Are they the ones putting the baggies and the scales and the all this stuff? Are they the ones doing that? So that's the piece that I don't understand. What would they be fabricating exactly?
The statement as filed in the district court and as reported by the local police. So the complainant, a licensed police officer, is employed by Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office. In his capacity, he believes the following to be true and correct. So the officer is swearing that these are true facts. On May 23rd at approximately 9:13 a.m., a search warrant was executed at 12291 51st Street in Spicer, Kandiyohi County, Minnesota. Nicholas Robert Rekieta, date of birth 12/16/81, and Kayla Christine Rekieta, date of birth 03/09/84, reside at the residence. As law enforcement approached the vehicle, Nicholas Rekieta was traveling southbound on 51st in a vehicle. Nicholas Rekieta was stopped by law enforcement. Upon knocking on the door, a juvenile female opened the door and would not let them in, meaning one of their kids would not let them in.
Yeah, so this is now it's refreshing my memory. So the kids were there. The kids were not let the officers in. And I do kind of wonder how old they are. Not that it's my business, but I kind of question the ages of them.
Nick Rekieta would not provide the door code to enter the residence. Law enforcement entered the home using a door ram. So the fact, which we can get out of this is
see, and I'm surprised nobody has pulled people do pull body cam footage. I'm kind of wondering if body cam footage was pulled for this. And I'm sure somebody's going to do it. It's going to come out at some point.
They did enter using a door ram. They didn't knock and get let in. This is something that is a relevant fact that is, to my mind, not disputed here. Upon entry, law enforcement located Kayla Rekieta and April M. Holt and 4 juveniles also in the home. Officers noted the home was extremely cluttered. There were clothes everywhere, dirty dishes, dust, and overall a dirty home. That's an additional fact added by law enforcement, likely to bolster the child endangerment clause, although that's not a necessary element, but I guess that's, something that they might view as like a periphery fact there. Nicholas Rekieta returned to the home with law enforcement. He demanded a copy of the search warrant. When given a copy, he looked at it and threw it on the ground, the search warrant. During the search, law enforcement located the following in the master bedroom. The following were located on the master bedroom near the nightstand: a yellow snort tube, which tested positive for cocaine; black vial with white substance inside that field tested positive for cocaine and weighed 2.2 grams; 2 credit cards listed to April M. Holt.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be body cam footage on this, especially if it's going to be fought in court or if he's going to want, like, there's just the way the way things are being lined up here. And then you got the kids in there too. You said Nick disclosed in a stream that the older child did some classes at the local high school and was middle school. So the kids are homeschooled. Right, Heather? Like that's how it is. There would have to be, especially with these charges. And I mean, this attorney could really lose his license. There's a lot at stake here. So yeah, I mean, if shit, like it's definitely gonna get requested. You ain't never lie about that. I feel sorry for those kids. Who's judgmental exactly? Because the way I see it, you're in here and you don't need to be watching. I don't know who's judgmental. Judgmental people in here, let me know who's being judgmental. This is playing out on the internet. What's your deal? I love that a person says judgmental people here and then their photo is a cross. Okay, let's keep watching.
A .22 caliber spent shell casing on the floor of the stand in the master bedroom. The following item was located underneath the bed: a Sig Sauer AR with several magazines and loose ammunition, serial number 20G002638. The following item was in the master bedroom dresser: a glass container with metal filler and grinder and glass container that tested field positive for cocaine. And the following were in a safe in the master bedroom: bags with cards and dollar bill that field tested positive for cocaine; a large corner cup baggie with white powder that field tested positive for cocaine and weighed 18.96 grams with packaging; 3 small baggies that field tested positive for cocaine and weighed 5.49 grams with packaging.
These are the facts. This is a probable cause. This is what the officers found. There'll probably be some body cam footage. Feel free to just keep that in mind. Nobody's judging. Nobody's saying anything. Lord have mercy. There goes baby bunny. Nancy says, you always make the police break in because if you give consent, then you can't question the search warrant in court if needed. That's interesting, Nancy. I didn't know that. That is interesting. But thank you for the 5.
8 green colored tablets that field tested positive for ketamine. Digital scale that field tested positive for cocaine. Metal pan with white powder that tested positive for cocaine. 2 snort tubes and 2 metal cutters that tested positive for cocaine. The following items were located in a safe in the master bedroom closet: a $100 bill with white powder residue that tested positive for cocaine. A bindle white baggie with white powder that tested positive for cocaine. A cocaine scooper, 2 baggies and a baggie with a funnel, and an unknown brown substance. Additional.
Oh, I muted myself. Mel says, yeah, I am kind of judgmental. I don't believe they were pricing a safe environment for their kids. I can't help but feel that way. That's right. Jenna says, yep, judgmental as info being said here isn't all right. Okay. He didn't have baggies or her would have been charged with intent. I'll leave. Please do, Jenna. Shout out to you. And, like I said, I don't understand. I guess the baggies, I guess the weight, I guess the what else? All this other stuff that's being said, the white bag with powder and substance, that's us being judgmental when we're reading a document. Yes, please leave. Thank you. I don't know, because they acting like they know. That's you don't need to announce your matter of fact, nobody needs to announce their departure. This is not an airport. Okay. And the last person who should say anything judgmental or try to say something different would be the person with the cross on their picture. Just saying. Oh, and don't forget the guns, right? Oh, Noel, but don't say that because now you're being judgmental. Don't even say that. Oh, Jenna was there? Okay. So she saw stuff in there? Let me know. I guess. I don't know, Cheeks. Was Jenna there? It's what's in the report. But was she there? She was the spectator. I don't know. With all those drugs around, how could the children not have it? Thank you, CK. But we're being judgmental over here. All right. Listen, I'm reviewing and reacting to the affidavit. Okay, I have no right. I cannot condemn somebody, but I have questions. I think we're all allowed to have questions. But anyways, it is what it is. Let's hit play.
Additional firearms and ammunition were located in the garage. Total amount of measurable cocaine was 26.67 with packaging. It is a Schedule 2 controlled substance. Ketamine is a Schedule 1 controlled substance, which means, by the way, there's an argument here you can make. Obviously, this charges for over 25. This is barely over, and it's with packaging. So maybe if that packaging comes down and under, you can make an argument that he should be charged with a lesser offense for under 25. So that's something that a factual argument there. Detective Pomplun met with Nicholas Rekieta outside the residence. He read his Miranda rights, and he agreed to speak with the officers without counsel. Nicholas Rekieta indicated that he speaks in the master bedroom with Kayla Rekieta. He indicated that April Imholt was at the home visiting. Nicholas Rekieta and Kayla Rekieta were placed under arrest. While being placed under arrest, Detective Pomplun noted several injuries to the arms of Nicholas Rekieta that appeared consistent with sores that are common with controlled substance users. They were transported to Candiotto County Jail. Kayla Rekieta did not speak with officers. At Candiotto County Jail, Nicholas Rekieta was again read his Miranda rights and agreed to speak with officers without an attorney. Nicholas Rekieta refused to answer any questions regarding cocaine or other controlled substance. Nicholas Rekieta indicated he lives in the residence. He stays in the master bedroom with his wife, Kayla.
Yeah, I have a question about the weapons. And Persephone says they're lucky the kids didn't OD, breed that shit. You know, like I said, that shit gets in food, that shit gets in the walls, all that gets everywhere. You do have to be careful. There were scoopers, there were all kinds of things. Sure, could they have been sandwich bags or little bags for food? Certainly. Definitely. Totally understand. Just saying. You said one of Rekieta's mentors did a 4-hour show. Ooh, Bo Peeps, thank you for being a member for a month. Shout out to you. Everything is pointing to internet trolls got some pasture all worked up to file a complaint with law enforcement. That's weak. It's all like the kids. It's not like the kids' school teacher did the reporting. So what now let me ask you a question, Roy boy. What tipped off the officers? What tipped off the officers to this? Yeah, his YouTube studio is actually a gun vault in his house. No, it's not. They're not even saying that they have a gun safe. The kids were homeschooled, but what tipped off the officers? Wow. A mandated reporter, right? But the pastor did? Because somebody said that it was a pastor went into the police station. But that's what they're supposed to do. Shout out to the pastor. That's what you're supposed to do. So that's what tipped off the officers. So they're over there doing a wellness check and they walk into this. That's scary.
April Imholt was a friend who was visiting and does not live at the residence. While being booked at the jail, Kayla Rekieta requested that her prescription medication be brought to her. Upon reviewing the prescription bottles for Kayla Rekieta that were brought to jail staff found 2 unknown pills and gummies in one of the prescription bottles. These items did not match the prescriptions on the bottle. Please take notice, pursuant to Minnesota Statute 609.49, intentional failure to appear for duly scheduled court dates will result in additional charges. So this is the actual charging document. Once again, the complaint, which goes down, gives a little bit more information on the chief deputy that's there, the prosecuting attorney, which is Kristen Pierce of Wilmar.
Now, this comment right here. There's a wellness check with the search warrant. There's a difference. Some's not right about that either. Have they been watching him for a while? Something's not right about that. Have they been watching him for a while? That's my question. Because let me tell you, you call wellness checks is different. How do they hurry up and get a search warrant so quick? If they hadn't already been watching him, if there wasn't already concerns. This comment right here is everything. You said the wellness check was on the 16th. Something must have happened to where they had to get a search warrant. No, you don't need both. You can do a wellness check without a search warrant. You don't need both. Well, I mean, it depends. I think what state they're in Minnesota, right? So it might be different. You don't need both. I can do a wellness check, or I can call my local non-emergency number to do a wellness check. That's different. But to do a wellness check with a search warrant, that tells me that was something different, that they were probably already being watched for a while. So if the church, so if there were already CPS reports or reports to law enforcement about what was going on in there, it's very likely that they had been watching for a while. This didn't just happen. This didn't just happen. Okay. But you have to kind of wonder, a search warrant based on the mandatory reporting. So they took what the pastor said. Okay. I got questions.
Minnesota. And also we get into here a fact sheet about Nick, his date of birth and the charges. So this is all, these are all things that are laid out for us here. And this is all factual information that we've been presented with, which is an update. We didn't know how much was had. We didn't know exactly which charges were coming down. Now we know, because these have been confirmed in both the documents and in the arraignment. And one thing we also know.
Yeah. And shout out to unsupervised Manic. She says they got a warrant because of a mandated reporter who was concerned for the kids because of their behavior. Drugs were suspected. So they intended to get in there. That's what that sounds like to me. So they were already concerned, but listen, they knew they had weapons in the property, right? They knew, so they had to prepare that search warrant. They knew something else was going on. They had to prepare that search warrant. So the way that they busted in there, I don't think they had a choice but to do what they had to do. And then there were kids in there. And personally, I'm just saying, like, you doing drugs in front of your kids and, doing the most, you're not really caring about their safety or your own safety. So at this point, it's going to go down the way it needs to go down, right? Shout out to unsupervised Mannix. Thank you for that comment.
Also know is Nick has been released. He has been released out. So he is now, out and about. We saw his release papers, which have been given to us, so we can see those. Right here, you see the order for release. So he has been released on jail on a $50,000 bond, right, which is either a bond or cash, right? Of course, there are conditions. He cannot leave the state of Minnesota without approval. He cannot possess or consume alcohol or any drugs, and he is subject to random testing. So failure to test is a violation of the order. He also has to call probation immediately after proceedings and weekly. He also cannot possess firearms, weapons, ammunition, explosives, etc. So these were all requirements for him. He's released on his own personal recognizance. That's called what we call RPR, release on personal recognizance. So that's what we have for the release document.
That's a great question. It didn't even have to be it doesn't have to be a mandatory reporter, but because it is a mandatory reporter and one mandatory reporter goes to an officer, the report looks a little bit different, right? Versus say it's a friend or a relative that's not a mandated reporter type of situation. It does look a little bit different. Every state is a little bit different when it comes to mandated reporters. So yeah, but I'm wondering if they took given that it was coming from a pastor, that it had a different tone to it, right? What would be a pastor's, and just think about how many people talk to priests or pastors. Typically, they're also very much like, they don't always say a lot. They don't always disclose a lot of people's secrets, right? Keep that in mind. So you would have to kind of wonder, like, what exactly would have triggered this pastor to say something to law enforcement? And maybe that's what made them take that to the level that they did, the seriousness of it. Because like I said, they're coming in there with search warrant. They got guns. They didn't care about the safety of their kids or themselves or anybody else for that matter. 5 children, you got weapons, you got allegedly you got all that other stuff in there. Yeah, they didn't care. They didn't care.
Also have an update as to his status. We see here that he has actually been released, and we have statements on his locals. Now, these are his statements. Once again, you can drudge the truth and veracity of these statements for himself. I'm just going to simply read these statements so you guys can understand what has been said by Nick. He said about the news, hey, obviously a lot has happened. I'm sorry. For legal purposes, it must be reiterated that the sorry is for disruption and in no way related to any pending legal matters. That said, please realize that no one has the full story or picture on anything. It's possible no one ever will. Nobody
has the full story or picture of anything. Okay, guys. All right. Then I guess everybody's waiting for this body cam footage, if there is body cam footage, right? Because with him saying this right here, it's like you're challenging everybody on the internet with this right here.
Nothing reported is accurate, and that's not their fault. I've seen so many supportive messages. Thank you for that. I'll be doing stuff. I'm home now. Stay tuned for some show announcements and stuff on locals. This was followed up by a post here 7 hours ago, which says, I really wanted to go live tonight. I plan on doing a locals. I really want to do a first stream aftermath gay bullshit, but I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. I'll do something tomorrow. Right now, I'm just drained and fucking tired.
So it's just another stream, just like that. That's it. You said, Nick, you had cocaine in your house. What, the cops planted it? I feel that's what you kind of have to wonder. Now, let's be real. Do cops plant shit? Yes, they do. Oh, man. Yes, they do. And I've seen it in the professional level. I've seen that shit. I've seen people get caught up. Like, when they want to make a case, that does happen. But the way in which this probable cause is being written, it's very specific, very detailed. I mean, did they plan all these things? You have to kind of wonder. But like I said, as far as that goes, that is very possible. Very possible for cops to plant stuff. Yes, they fucking do. Yes, they do. I've seen it. Yes, they do. Okay?
Again, a million people will have a slew of opinions about me and everything. That's fine. They've earned it. They don't know the story. They can't. But they get their opinions, and I deserve my public lashings. I ask people to focus on me and my failures and leave other people allegedly out of it. When it's grifting time, I'll tell you shitty jail stories or good or the good parts about having your house searched stories. I want to be jovial and optimistic for these things, but they can be funny and self-deprecating. Tonight, I just don't feel jovial. Peace, y'all. Talk soon. So this is the statements of Nick Rekieta. So he's out. He's making statements. He's on local. He should be going live today and making some sort of statement on locals or perhaps on other platforms and streaming. These are his words. Once again, he is innocent until proven guilty, but we now have those documents from the state, which folks can look at. I would encourage you all to look at only objective facts. If you're looking.
Shout out to Legal Mindset. I like him. That was like the quickest 15 minutes. Shout out to him. And I put his channel in the chat for you guys to check it out. Go check him out. Go sub up. Cheeks Mickey, thank you for being a member for 9 months, love. Said if a web viewer calls in and categorize themselves as mandatory reporters at any time during their report, that language can stick in legal docs. Yes. Why? Because they can testify, because they could be like subject matter experts of a lot of things as well. So you're absolutely correct on that. Keep that in mind. So just saying. You said bad cops may salt the scene with some dope, not 25 grams. That's beyond my suspension. Exactly, Mel. That's beyond. He used to be really close. It sounds like there's a lot of relationships that ended, and a lot of things that happen. But I also think, like, I don't wish, let me be very clear, y'all. I don't wish any harm to this man. I really do hope that he gets his sobriety together, if for anything, for his kids, right? But part of that is also surrounding yourself with people that aren't going to enable some of that behavior, the bad behavior that it looks like he's being enabled. Like, you got these people over here, don't be judgmental, with the Jesus cross. Like, that's the kind of BS that you're like, what are you talking about? This blew up on the internet. He is a public figure. We're talking about it. We're talking about the facts, and the way in which he's acting is just weird. There is a lot. And it's just sad, because what that tells me is that y'all really want this man to die. That's what that tells me, that you guys are not really for him. You guys really want to hurt this man. That's what that, regardless of his ideology and the crazy shit that he's done online, at the end of the day, he's still a father of 5 children. Okay, regardless, and whether he sees it or not, he's pretty fucked up for the things that he's doing. But that's just me. I don't wish him in. He does need a thank you. I agree with you on that one, Anthony. Jordan, movies and gaming face some consequences, but part of that is really hitting rock bottom, right? Admit to mistakes. That's all. But we can't be those, like the people on the internet saying you need to go to get rehab, or you're bad. Like, that's not working either. Some people, have been built up for so long in such a high level that it's just kind of sad, and watching it fall down, It's very sad. But at the same time, is we got to also be mindful that, okay, mama, baby buddy's yelling. This addiction stuff can happen to anybody, y'all. It can happen to anybody. Anybody can be impacted by that. Anybody, your family, your loved one, this can happen to anybody. So all you can do is really hope for the best and pray for the best. And that's it. That's all. That's it. And because this is happening on the internet, we're allowed to give commentary. We're allowed to talk about it. We're allowed not to be ashamed, for talking about it. That's just my thought. Look, I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out of here because I got to go tend to over there, that lady over there, that little lady that's pulling me out of the computer. Y'all have a good one. I'm about to eat some dinner. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yes? All right, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Rabbits out. Bye, guys.